Good morning, all the viewers. Today I have the privilege to welcome and introduce you all and interview Reverend Father Ambrose Anthony Swami, OMI, first Delegate Superior for OMI, and we would hear from him what he has to say about himself and some of the things he was able to achieve, and I'm sure this interview will inspire some of our viewers out there. So thank you all for joining my channel. Good morning, Father Ambrose, to my YouTube channel Faith Journey with Sudhakar, and I'm grateful that you have accepted to give me interview. Could you tell us, Father, little bit about your background, where you come from, and little bit of your family background?
Well, in the first place, I am happy and privileged to be personally interviewed as the first time in my life, and especially on a video program. And I'm happy, Father, that you have chosen this opportunity for me to be interviewed by you. Now, to start with my family background, I am from a small village called Susepparpatnam in the diocese of Kumbakonam diocese. And in my village altogether, we were traditional Catholic family settled down there in two parts, south and north, divided into two parts. People, when they started coming, in the forefathers started coming, they occupied like that and started living. Altogether, we are about 600 families. Now it is more in number. And our parish is called Jayangondam parish. And Jayangondam is a town, nearby town, 4 kilometers from my village. Altogether in the parish, Jayangondam parish, that time, during my time, early time, it was about 1,200 families. Now my native village has become independent parish and consisted of 650 families. That is regarding the natural setup of my village. Now about my family, I was blessed, more blessed with loving, devoutful, honest, sincere and hard-working parents, my father and mother. My father especially is a hard worker, honest and fair, a good administrator and good farmer, and he was one of the village elders for 14 years. People wanted him to continue his service as a leader of the village, but he said no, I give chance for others to take up. I wind up with 14 years, I have done my good for the village. So that was the thing that I learned from my father, his generosity to serve as well as his openness to give chance for others. Then my mother is a very interesting mother. She is a perfectionist. Put things in order, everything must be neat and clean. And every day she is very particular about it. And good loving mother for family management, and so sincere and open, and she is sociably relating to all the other family members, especially the ladies group. They used to come to our house to chat with her, and she spent lavishly time with them. And I learned my discipline because of my mother. And I learned leadership qualities because of my father. How I learned from my father is, and as God gave 10 commandments to Moses on Mount Sinai as a gift to humanity, my father gave me 3 golden rules to follow. One is not to steal and not to say lie. The second one is go to church daily for prayer. We have a village chapel, an attached chapel in the village, and he was very particular that I go to church every day evening without missing. Then third one, he said, study well, pay attention on your studies. So because of these values, my life is until now going on these three principles in my life. And I really thank God for giving me such a wonderful father who directed me rightly and properly in the beginning of my early stage of my life. That is concerning my life.
His father said, I have seen him having leadership qualities, and that is why he was the first delegate superior from India for Indian OMI fathers. And father rightly said his mother was a perfectionist, and I have the privilege to stay with him here in ashram, and I have seen him. I think he got the qualities of his mother. At his age, he doesn't depend on anybody for anything. He cleans his room, he washes his clothes, he irons his clothes, and he's so clean. You go to his room, you see everything is perfectly placed and everything is neat and tidy. So, Father, you have forgotten to say about your siblings.
Yeah, I am blessed with two elder sisters and one brother before me. All of them are alive, and they have settled their families, and still we have that bond of love and hospitality to each other, concern for each other, and they are also blessed in their own way.
Father, as we move on with our interview, could you tell us something about your childhood and how your education was, and some of the challenges you faced as a child, either in the school or in the family?
As I said in the beginning, the three golden rules: study well. Study, my father gave importance to my studies because in the family, my two elder sisters did not go to school. Because of the system existed at that time that ladies should not be sent to school. So they were kept in the family, managing the family affairs, giving helping hand to my mother. My brother went to school, elementary school, up to 5th standard. After 5th standard, he was stopped because he needed somebody to help him in the farm work. So the best choice was my brother. Then because I am only fellow going to school in the family, he was very particular and with a strict rule that you must study well. Go to school, study well. So I followed it up, and my elementary school in the local village was completed. Then for high school, I have to walk up and down 8 kilometers to the town called Jayangundam, and in a government high school. Every day when we return, there was no facility for studies at home because there was no electricity at the time introduced, and the family depended upon the chimney lamp with oil lamp for the night. It was a common rule followed by all the families in the village that by 7 o'clock the supper time is over. Then they retire to bed because there is no electricity, there is no reason to stay further than this. And most of them are farmers, work in the field, then they early go into bed. It was very helpful to them. Then my big challenge was how to study, because the whole time I spent walking up to school and spending time for classes, and then coming back home, then I need some time to revise what had happened during the day.
Tired.
Where to study, how to study, because there is no light facilities. Then after thinking of this very seriously, I started planning about and finding a way to spend time for studies, how to do it. Then I was talking to my companions. We were about boys, we were about 8 from my village going to high school. I contacted each one and proposing that we will all gather together in our elementary school, come as a group to study. They all agreed to this proposal. Then we asked HM of our school that we will make use of this school for studies. He was extremely happy and he gave one of the keys to open in the evening. and stay there for night. All 8 of us come after supper to the elementary school, start studying. How to study? Because light is required, no? So we managed to put one big candle in the middle. All 8 of us sit around the big candle, start studying. Managed to study up to 10 o'clock or 9:30, 9:45. Then we retire to bed. This is what the normal practice of our study program in the evening time at night study. And because of this, apart from this, I was also as a young boy, I was helping the priest who comes for mass every month to my village. I will be the one organizing for the celebration. Then I will be serving as an altar boy. Then I will be the priest till he leaves the village back home. And my mother used to scold me that all the boys have come home after mass. What were you doing until now? Now I have to be with the father. Then till he goes, I cannot come home like that. Then because of my initiative or interest for activities, my catechist, the village catechist, asked me one day, why not you conduct the evening prayers in the church daily? Then willingly I accepted. I was conducting the evening prayer, rosary Sunday, and Tuesday and Fridays we used to read the life history of one particular saint, and all the boys and girls we used to come, compulsorily we used to come for evening prayers in the local church. Then this was going on till I entered the seminary, helping in the local village. Apart from that, another one important thing I did was that I wanted to somehow, I was inspired of this idea to gather the youth boys in the village and started a youth group on my own initiative. Started initiating, then we got help from each family to make a thatched structure for our regular meeting. And all the families, they were happy about that the movement that we are creating interest for youth coming together for good reason. And we put up a small thatched building for the boys to come together. Every month I started gathering them, and every month we used to have meeting. Then we also not simply coming for meeting, we must do something. So we started cleaning the villages wherever it was required, either church campus or any particular street in the village. Wherever we see that the street is not clean, we started cleaning. And the people were highly impressed how these fellows are working together.
Voluntarily doing all these.
All these things. But all these things, because these initiatives came because the inspiration I got from my living path.
We have listened to Father. Father is saying, as a child, the biggest challenge was to spare time for his studies. He had to walk very long, not like these days children from the doorstep. They are picked or dropped by parents, then go to school, come back. So easy, life has become so easy. But the olden days, Father had to walk for a long time, then come back tired. So if the other people were to be in his place, they could easily sleep because they are tired. But at the same time, the second challenge was there was no electricity like these days. So they had to sacrifice getting a candle and sit around the candle and study. And Father also explained his journey of faith. Of course, he was born in a very good Catholic family. Of course, that genes were already in him, but at the same time, he was being inspired by the priest. As a child, he used to help the priest in serving the mass, preparing for the mass, and traveling with them to the different villages, accompany them. So already the faith was growing in him. Now we will ask him how he was called to be a OMI. Who inspired him to join? Father, please tell us how you were inspired, or who told you about this OMI congregation? A little bit background of it. Your journey to priesthood, so to say.
My original desire to opt for priesthood started early
When you
stage
were
of my
still,
life,
yeah, child.
when I started my high school studies, especially after 7th standard, slowly started growing in me a strong desire to go for priesthood because of the inspiration that because I was serving the priest at the altar all the time. I was giving my time lavish for priest, and also every day I was conducting praise in my local village. So it all gave me a spiritual energy and inspiration that why not I think of that.
Become
So
priest
that
like
is in a
others.
teenage period we set goals for the future. It's a plan of our future is the right time of teenage that young boy of that age start planning about their future, dreaming about their future. And I was thinking seriously that I must become priest one day, but not definitely a diocesan priest.
Okay, you don't want to.
But
be
somehow I have decided what worked on my mind or what background on which I was desiring for my priesthood in a religious order.
Okay.
I do not know, but only reason is the inspiration is that I started living as a group, as a community.
Oh, okay, okay.
Small age, and when we started organizing, staying, studying together, going to school, up and down, always community was.
You don't want a secular life. You
I
want a
never felt
community life.
loneliness. I never felt doing things alone. But as a group movement was there. So that was a great inspiration for me. Also I heard, passingly I heard that the diocesan setup and the priestly life is single.
Yes.
Lonely.
Yeah.
Only single man has to be managing the whole affair. And a religious order, there will be a 2 or 3 group,
support from
group
other
will be
members.
there.
Yeah.
And because the group living was there for an experience, I thought that will be the good choice I must make. I was thinking of that for entering into a religious order. But the difficulty I faced was my mother was not willing willing to send me for priesthood. Because I was the pet boy of my mother, so close to her, and I always used to be with her. And at night time, I used to sleep with my father because my father starts telling stories. Though he was not educated, but he used to tell by memory a lot of stories. And the stories of Raja Desangu, the great king in Tamil Nadu, South Tamil Nadu. And the full story he was telling, he always used to tell me, and always a lot of moral things he used to tell me at night. I gave my good company. So my parents also enjoyed companionship. My own classmates, we grouped together, we lived together. That was an inspiration. And one sister always used to ask me, Ambrose, you go for priesthood, go for priesthood. Then another great opportunity was open to me when I was doing my 8th standard. One Salesian priest from Chennur, it's about 21 kilometers, came for a mass, celebration of mass in my native village. The way that I read the readings, conducting the services and serving at the altar, after mass he said, you come to Salesians. I will put you in the hostel and you see that you become a priest in Salesians. I said, till I finish my studies,
you can't.
I am not deciding on that.
Okay.
And since my mother was not willing to send me for a priestly life, I stayed on for 1 year to give a time for her. At the same time, I was looking for some religious order to come. And one of our pioneer fathers from Sri Lanka, Father Emmanuel Mariampillai, was the first priest sent along with Father Philip Stanislas to India. He based in Kanjipuram at that time. He happened to visit my parish. He visited my parish priest. My parish priest told no one revealed that they are opting for priesthood. So I have nothing to do. Then he went to my uncle's place where my mother was born. And my uncle's son, the eldest son, was studying in Trichy St. Joseph College. So he spotted out this fellow and he was asking him by force, asking, you join the YMA. My uncle did not agree because he is the eldest fellow in the family and he is being educated.
He should take care of his family.
We cannot make a decision like that. So I was sharing with him that I like to go for some religious order of priesthood. And since he happened to get the address from this father, immediately he contacted me that there is an order who came to call me like this. Then if you are interested, you have been telling that you want to go to some religious order, you think about it. So I got the address, immediately wrote to Father Emmanuel, And he readily, very promptly responded to me saying that I am happy that you applied for the like this.
Okay.
Come and join us. Send all the formalities
requirements.
to fill the, then I went to my parish priest to get his recommendation and a postcard. Those days only postcard.
Okay.
And my parish priest scolded me. You never told me that you are going for opting for priesthood.
Probably he wanted you to become a diocesan.
He would have immediately taken because he was also interested in me. He always used to call me for taking care of all the physical material needs of the parish meetings, pastoral meetings, any meeting. He will immediately call me to take care of it. So much he trusted, and he liked the way that I can contribute something like that. And from there, then he told me that in the first page, the card you first pay, you fill it up. He gave me little room for me to
some remarks.
And backside there was a small space, but he gave a nice writing. And I did not know what he wrote because in English, but I know that he filled up, and immediately I was called by Father Emmanuel.
So just to make viewers to understand better, the journey to the priesthood of Father Ambrose began at early stage. Of course, from his parents, he learnt a Christian faith from his parents. Then he used to all the time help the priests and look at the priest as a model for his life, and he says he had a deep desire to become a priest, but he was very clear from the childhood that he doesn't want to be a diocesan priest. Just for the viewers to understand, diocesan priests live a little bit secular than the other priests. They live alone, they do things alone, whereas religious people, they live in communities. 3-4 live together and share responsibility. People who cannot work on their own, and this type of life would be very suitable. So Father, from his words I understand, is a team member. He doesn't like to do things on his own. He likes to work in team. But these days in religious life, the biggest difficulty is to live in a community. But Father seems to be enjoying, which I could see here as I live with him now. Is a very good contributor for the teamwork. Okay, now we ask Father, he has joined the religious order of OMI by Sri Lankan missionaries. Earlier, Sri Lankan missionaries came and began their ministry here in Kanchipuram, and through them he joined OMI, and he finished philosophy, theology, which is very basic for anybody to become a priest, basic studies. Then now we will ask him what are the responsibilities or ministries he was involved as a priest, and now what are some of the achievements that he has made, and some of the challenges he faced either as a leader or as a simple priest. So Father, could you tell us?
Yes, Father. Just to add to my leadership qualities, how I learned during my time of childhood and the time I decided to opt for priesthood, the time I entered the seminary. During my scholastic years, 7 years of studies in Punamalli, my rector was Father Joseph Samarkun from Sri Lanka, first rector for the Indian scholastic. And he somehow he managed to see set up a lot of interest in me and decided to do and take any work to do willingness. He observed in me, and he started giving a lot of responsibilities, 6 to 7 responsibilities one by one. But as a
when you were in the seminary, still in training,
and as a gardener, 7 years, he said, I give time free for me, let others take it. No. You know that you are producing the land and from the land, and you are utilizing properly, and you are employing, you are occupying others also to learn to do physically to do some work, and your planning is good. So because of these opportunities on trust Samarakon gave me, my quality of life also increased, added to that.
Yeah.
So when I was ordained in the year 1983, soon after my ordination, I was given the first obedience to Andhra Pradesh as a pioneer missionary.
Oh, lovely.
To a place called Musnuri in the Diocese of Vijayawada, along with my companion Father Prakasam. And when we both were sent there, we started spending 6 months to learn the local language, Telugu. Entirely different language with a different culture,
different script as well.
Everything we learned very seriously. And the bishop noticed that in 6 months we are ready to take up the parish leadership.
Okay.
Then who will be the leader of the parish? Parish priest. Those times, then my delegation superior was Father Joseph Samarakon. He said Ambrose will be the right choice, and the reason was that by age I am senior to Prakasam. Then because he has seen me as
of course,
rector,
you enjoyed his
as a rector who was close to me and was with me, and he had journeyed with me, and he knew that first time we had taken a mission that he'll be the right choice. That was his own choice. I understood. Then when we started working in the parish, I was the first parish bishop of that mission.
First parish
bishop. First parish bishop of that mission.
Nice, yeah.
I was the first in the village to opt for priesthood. I was first Indian delegation superior. I was the first parish bishop always. Anyway, first is always best.
By the way, Father was in the second batch, second group of OMI, who joined the OMI society from India.
Then when we started our life together in the new parish, the parish ministry, we were facing a lot of challenges in the new mission. One is there was no strong spirituality among the people.
Yeah, they were just
because it was a substation under a parish. The priest occasionally used to come. But the parish center, there are about more than 120 families, Catholic families. And the young, small ones did not have the opportunity to be encouraged for studies. So then lot of other potentialities we saw in the young youth boys. So therefore, Prakash and myself, we gave me good cooperation. We started organizing the important needs of the parish. Started study and survey we started in the beginning for 1 full year. Then after 1 year, we started organizing a lot of meetings with all the elders of the parish. Then the catechists, about 14 catechists working in 14 villages. Catechists separately, then Legion of Mary. Either various groups we organized the seminars and this session together. And from them we got to know that what are the important needs and the priorities of the mission and parish. So of the priorities we have chosen education to children is very important one. Along with all the spiritual activities, all the spiritual planning of the parish and pastoral planning of the parish, we have taken that and we have initiated. And before I came back from there after 6 years, already I have put 6 fellows for teachers training. I myself volunteered taking them, and 3 of them were educated up to college studies. Like that, the interest for was created among the parents to send the children for schools. And we managed to put by force, we managed to take children to boardings, various boardings, hostels, and with the help of sisters and fathers. And that was wonderfully going on well. Then as I was completing my 6th year of my mission there, then there was an unexpected good news that I will be appointed as the first Indian delegate superior
for the OMI group.
Yeah. Then from there I happened to take up that work, and because the congregation has placed a great trust on me, and my responsibility as a delegation superior was on a very important crucial time, because 18 years of the Sri Lankan fathers administration went on, and so the first time an Indian taking up the responsibility, I did not know anything about administration.
Transition was always difficult.
In the beginning, I did not know. I was in a situation of chaos, how to start with, where to go and how to go about. And suddenly they called me to this work, great work, but with God's grace. Added to that, my other experience of some taking initiatives and to learn things in the past years, all added to me that and gave me a courage that you can do. So that was the one inspiration I got. You can do well.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you were able to do as a delegate?
In the beginning, the thing was my first initiative was to plan out certain discipline and order in the delegation,
in the Indian community,
mission and formation as well, and some of the activities for reorganizing or restructuring the formation, and more importance even to the already the existing mission stations and the parishes. That was one thing. Then also along with my administrative work, I was also in charge of the big farm in Parambakam, 140 acres, the property of the YMI, and the farm during my time when I was taking charge of the farm also as part of my work, because my procurator could not have any idea of the farm. He asked me that, Father, you take up the
take care of
the farm and you have
do some development in
you
farm.
have better experience and you can. Then I said I willingly I can do that. Works multiplying of multiples of work is not important, but the willingness to do to do. Then I am doing for the congregation. So I organized the farm so well, because the farm was notoriously known for stealing. Thieves used to come. Anytime they will come. Then I started that I must bring some order in the farm. Started introducing lot of regulations. Nobody can enter the gate without permission. Then also started utilizing the land. Utilizing that. Because of that, we had every 3 seasons we used to cultivate paddy, and every day 45 workers will come from a small town called Varakonam. This is Takolam. They used to come, 45 regular workers, 10 permanent workers, 5 domestic staff, then other orchard we used to give for people who live on that, like guava tree, fruits and sapadilla, those things were there. Then about 10 to 15 families used to come and take, and altogether more than 70 families, 80 families were sustained by the farm.
Until today.
No, during my time. That was not continued as I did, and
reduced workers have been reduced.
Also, the internal development in the farm. What earlier we had open well, and this coupled motor was used. And then when I took up administration, that was the time they introduced submersible pumps. In the water.
In the water.
So 8, just opposite of our farm, there is a river. During the rainy season, that river will flow water. Then all the open will be fill up with water. But the river was not closed. We did not get water. And all the wells, open wells were dried up. Because sandy place, about 90 feet from the bottom, from the top, 90 feet only sand. So that easily get dried up. So I decided to go for submersible pumps. 8 new bore wells and installed 8 submersible pumps. Then one new chapel, 2 cow sheds, and a parapet wall around the farmhouse. Like that, internal arrangements, a lot of things we did. Internally we did within the farm itself. Then 1 full year I maintained the scholasticate from the income of the farm.
Nice.
Then for my administrative expenses only from the farm. I did not take from the delegation bursary.
And you are the one who started that philosophy
Juniorate.
Juniorate.
At the time, juniorate.
At the time, juniorate. Now it has been upgraded to philosophy.
That was the one initiative.
I hear a lot about Parambakam from father and other priests also. It's a big 150 acres.
141.
141 acres. I always wanted to go, but I don't know. Maybe in future I will look at, because the father has transformed the land. Other priests also tell, transform the land into something. is one of the great properties for the OMIs now. When Father was there, he made sure the whole farm is under control and well utilized, and he built a juniorate, but now it has been elevated to philosophy, where degree and philosophy students stay there, and it has become not only income generating farm, it has become a spiritual center for many people. Okay, father also is a good writer of books, so he has already published few books. I want to ask Father to explain about some of the books he has already written and the book that is soon to be completed.
Before I go into that, then some of the things I did was that during my administrative time, this ashram, Anmodaya ashram, was established in
really?
1992.
Okay. When you are still delegate?
I was a delegate superior second year of my administrative year. Before I took up administration, during Samarakon was the delegate superior, the decision was made before the transition took place. We decided in Bangalore that all the oblates together, we decided that India must own a spiritual center.
Okay.
And this place was preferred and chosen, and Father Amal Raj Jesdas was the first director of the ashram, senior to me, the senior batch, first batch, and he was chosen, and he showed a lot of interest, and he prepared himself sufficiently on this great need. And in 92 we got this place ready and blessed by His Grace Kashmir Jnanadika, Jesuit.
For the viewers, where we are sitting now, it's a ashram, Anbodaya ashram. OMI fathers, when Father was still a local superior, they come up with a ashram for spiritual God's experience for the people who wish to spend some time here. And I will be doing soon a video of this ashrama. You can look at my channel how this ashrama looks like. Anybody can come, not only priests and religious, even lay people, Hindu, Muslims, anybody is welcome here to spend some time and to experience God in nature, live one with nature. So Father, these are some of the achievements,
One more.
One more, yes, please, Father.
One more is that, of course, in all the parishes where I work, parish centers I work, there is something to be remembered. It will be always there. Yeah. Still it is there. But the very remarkable thing that I did was more to speak on that was an elementary school in Kompudi in the diocese of Sivagangai diocese.
Okay.
When we took up that parish, the first parish priest started upgrading the school. From elementary school it went into 8th standard middle school. Then from middle school it was proceeding to the high school. But the recognition process was going on.
Okay.
Already the students entered into 9th standard when I took up. I had to work on a lot to go through the procedures.
Father was also very new to the school ministry.
But fortunately all the AU of the area, local area were Catholic fellows.
Oh, lovely.
First one was a Catholic, second one was a Catholic. The first one was a short time, second one is Catholic. It was very, very helpful in cooperating with me, and he was so much interested.
He stayed long time there.
Yeah. Then with God's grace, I got the recognition for the school. Then the government insisted that the high school must have a property, must give a guarantee that you have property for the school, and you must have enclosed compound wall and a proper building. So we bought 12 acres of land with the help of the administration at that time, and all the plan was worked out to get funds for the school, and the school was constructed. along with the compound wall around the property, 12 acres. Now it is very safe, and everybody used to say at that time of the country, they are going to bring in a big college there.
Oh, so now how is doing that school, Father?
The school, because of Tamil medium, the strength is very low.
Oh, okay. Because
And,
still it is in Tamil medium.
Yes, Tamil medium.
Okay.
When I started, in the strength was in the beginning itself, it was going up to 240.
Oh, nice.
Then of late things number were reducing.
Of course.
Getting
Now
reduced.
these days children were preparing more.
The parents are not willing for Tamil medium, but they are crazy for sending their children there.
There are also some English medium schools
Yeah.
started by government, so everybody wants to.
So like that, I was in a way blessed by God that various opportunities were open to me.
Yes, sure. Father, it was not an easy job, First time taking over responsibility from outsiders who are not Indians, and everything was not well established, coming into the office without knowing anything, patiently learning how to do things, and trying to be hard on where things need to be changed. And Father worked very hard to establish Indian OMI community well, and I am the witness for that, and I hear a lot of stories from his own colleagues about Father's work. And we have forgotten one thing before we move into Father's books, some of the challenges as a leader, as a priest.
Of course, administrative work was not an easy affair.
Yeah, of course.
You have to keep your mind in thinking and planning all the time, taking the whole delegation towards the future, a good future.
And so convince others.
Convince others.
Your idea is the best idea.
So we are going on a right direction. Nothing to worry about. Don't be anxious about it. Don't get
and taking on criticism.
That is part of that is very important. I think that criticism is the best thing that you can do.
Yes.
That helps
but
you. But
sometimes demoralizes our work. We get a feeling, though you have a best plan possible, but other people may not see as a best thing. Sometimes they could try to pull you back, or they could completely outwardly oppose your this one, but to making them understand and moving forward with your plan is very, very important.
I say a criticism of people is as an indicator
that you are doing well, that you are on the right direction.
If there is no criticism, you are not doing well.
Doing well, yeah, sure.
Many people if somebody is being affected by your way of doing things, if somebody is affected by saying in different way of saying, it is in a positive stroke that he is positively recognized that you are doing well.
Yes, of course. Yeah, many people say that.
An indirect way of taking message to yourself.
Yes.
And I always welcome such things because I take what is required for me. The rest I don't bother about. It doesn't go into me. It depends upon how you decide, how you can give a direction to yourself. That's how I went on like that. And in the parishes, always the pastoral ministry demanded a lot. The theology of presence in the parish. It's not an easy thing. As a pastor, to guide people on spiritual and social and psychological level, how you can be a good pastor by availing yourself to their needs. People can come for spiritual needs, material needs, any other needs. People always will approach the priest. Whether you are present to them.
Yes.
You are under. Whenever I take up my work, I see that my presence is very there.
Availability.
Availability. Then I used to tell in the parishes wherever I work, that people can come and knock at my door any time of the day or
Father is available anytime.
Anytime you can come.
That's very important. These days, not many are able to avail themselves for the spiritual and other needs of the people in the parishes. But Father is proud to say that he was always available to the needs of the people in the parishes wherever he worked.
Now for the last 3 years, that is from 2023 onwards, I had a lot of free time for me.
Yeah.
Of course, I had the habit of reading and writing something and reserving to me. Maybe that may be useful for my future needs. But when I was posted in our scholastic theologate in Punamalli, I asked the present provincial to give me 2 months to spend in the ashram for my spiritual renewal and spend time in prayer and silence. When I was here only, I got the inspiration that I can use the time
To do something.
that can be remembered and that can be
Useful for others.
contributing for others. So I started my first book on Chindane Muttukal in Tamil, that poem plus all the old Tamil proverbs. I started giving the proper original meaning of that with always with the Bible words, supportive of Bible words for reflection. My second book was on homilies for priests to help for preparing their masses and all.
Every daily.
Every theme was given a small short story and with the proper readings and reflections. Third book was 1 hour of holy adoration to be conducted in the parish.
How to conduct?
So usually 1 month or 1 hour of adoration every month, 12 altogether. Then I have given 8
for a year, for 1 full year.
8 topics extra, so that 20 headings and preparation was done. Everything 1 hour, any priest can conduct for 1 hour, going through the book.
Okay.
My fourth book was on pastoral guidance and benefits for the priests in the parish as well as the people's responsibility towards the children.
How to attend to the needs of the people in the pastoral setup.
Yeah, pastoral setup. My fifth book is God-seeking experiences.
Now it is going on.
It's
Father now is already ready for the editing and for the release. So Father, doing even at his age also, doing the best he can, and you don't see him getting tired of anything. Some of the young priests, they look and they behave and they walk, they talk like they are already exhausted. But Father is truly an inspiration for many people who live with him, including myself. He is so active and available for all the community activities, no excuses whatsoever in any area. That's why I thought Father should speak to us, so at least 1, 2 are inspired by his interview. I would have achieved my aim of conducting an interview with him. Now Father, finally I would like you to give a special message for the viewers.
Yeah. My positive contribution to the viewers is that you must have always an optimistic way of thinking about your life. Be positive. Be positive. And that is the initial stage that to proceed with your life, being optimistic, we are already on the right track, right way of our journey. We started our journey well, but it needs to work on. So you need to spend your time to work on it. Hard work and sincerity, honesty, fairness, and your relationship with others, bond of relationship with others, and good rapport with one another, and be supportive to one another. So this all will contribute to help our journey to go in a pleasant way. Of course, our journey in this world is a journey towards a destiny, a final destiny, and the purpose is that our journey in the world. But the end goal is the destiny. So that's what I would say, that, and especially for the young, youthful team and team of growing persons for the future, they should not waste their energy in the young age. Start working. Start working. Occupy yourself. Try to develop interest for the society, for the needs of others, and utilize such aspirations by doing things, first for yourself and for others also. That way I think then a social bond can be built up. And
we wanted to give you all ashram experience. That is why we sat under the tree like a Buddha here at the background. But a lot of wind. Hope this video is clear and audible for all of you. If there is any inconvenience with regard to the voice or whatever, we are sorry for the inconvenience. And on behalf of all our viewers, I would like to thank you, Father Ambrose, for accepting and coming over for giving interview. Thank you very much.